Imagine, if you will, a family, the Jacksons, peering out of a spaceship window, taking their last glimpse of Earth. They've been chosen for an experiment that's a first in human history, to start a new civilization on Mars. Selected through a draft process, they're leaving behind everything they know and love, trading the comfort of the familiar for the thrill and terror of the unknown. Jackson, a man of courage and determination, his wife, a beacon of strength and resilience, and their two kids, young adventurers ready to embrace their destiny, are now on a journey that will reshape the course of humanity's future. They're not just passengers on this spaceship. They're pioneers, their names destined to be etched in the annals of space exploration. The spaceship they're aboard is a marvel of human engineering, a testament to our collective aspiration to reach for the stars. It's their home for the journey, a cocoon that shields them from the harsh realities of space travel, while propelling them towards their new home. As they traverse the vast expanse of space, the Earth shrinks into a blue dot, fading into the cosmic backdrop. The journey is long and fraught with uncertainty, but the promise of a new beginning keeps them going. They're not just traveling in space, but also in time, moving away from the past and hurtling towards the future. And then, after months of travel, they see it. Mars, the red planet. It looms large in their view, a giant orb of rust-colored soil, stark against the blackness of space. But as they approach, a gate opens up, revealing not the barren landscape they expected, but a dome covering a vast area of the planet. As the spaceship door opens, they step out, not onto barren red soil, but into a jungle-like habitat, a dome under the vast Martian sky. Their new home, a strange yet familiar sight, welcomes them. The journey has ended, but the real adventure has just begun. Just like that, they were on Mars, in a place that was designed to feel like home, yet felt anything but. The Jackson family found themselves inside a colossal dome, a man-made haven in the midst of the inhospitable Martian landscape. This dome was a marvel of human engineering, a testament to the tenacity of a species determined to survive, even if it meant on another planet. Stepping out of their spaceship, they found themselves in an environment that was eerily similar to Earth. There were houses, pre-built, mirror images of the homes they had left behind. It was as if they had been uprooted from Earth and transplanted here, in a bid to make them feel more at home. Yet, the strangeness of the new surroundings was not lost on them. The family moved into their ready-made house, a carbon copy of the one they had back on Earth. They tried to make it their own, to find some semblance of normalcy amidst the chaos. They unpacked their belongings, set up their rooms, and tried to settle into a routine, but it was hard to ignore the fact that they were millions of miles away from everything they knew and loved. The first night on Mars was an experience in itself. As darkness fell, the sky came alive with a starscape that was unlike anything they had ever seen. The stars were brighter, the galaxies more vivid, the constellations unfamiliar. It was a clear reminder that they were not on Earth anymore. They were on a different planet, in a different solar system, under a different night sky. Days turned into weeks, and the family tried to adjust to their new life. But there was an undercurrent of unease, a sense of foreboding that they couldn't shake off. And then, one night, Jackson saw it. A flash in the sky, followed by the silhouette of a figure on the dome. The figure was moving, walking on the glass of the dome, peering down at them. Jackson's heart pounded in his chest. And then, a flash in the sky, a figure on the dome. Was this the first sign that they were not alone? A deafening boom echoed through the dome and a crack appeared in the glass. A shiver of dread raced down Jackson's spine as he gazed upwards, his eyes widening in horror at the sight. Silhouetted against the backdrop of the alien night sky were creatures, as numerous as the stars, pouring through the crack like a river breaking its banks. They were under siege. Panic spread like wildfire. The once serene dome, a haven that mimicked their old home, was now a battlefield. The tranquil silence of the Martian night was shattered by screams of terror. The dome that was meant to protect them had become their prison, a trap they couldn't escape from. Jackson's mind raced. His family, his wife, his kids, they were in danger. He had to act, had to protect them. His heartbeat pounded in his ears, a relentless drum echoing his escalating fear and determination. He ushered his family into a hidden nook in their house, a secret place that felt safe amidst the chaos. Armed with just a knife, Jackson positioned himself in the shadows of the living room, his heart pounding like a war drum in his chest. He was a father, a husband, not a warrior, but he would fight. He would fight for them. The doorknob turned slowly, ominously. The shadows in the room seemed to deepen, to twist, as a figure walked in. It was one of the creatures. Jackson's grip on the knife tightened, his breath hitched, and he lunged. The creature let out a gasp as the blade found its mark, a sound eerily human. A futuristic weapon clattered onto the floor from the creature's grasp. It turned, and to Jackson's shock, spoke. "No, stop, Jackson, you don't want to do this." The voice was human, familiar even. Jackson froze, the knife still embedded in the creature's back. His heart pounded in his chest, his breath came in ragged gasps. He was face to face with the enemy, an enemy who knew his name. The creature stepped into the dim light, revealing large, beautiful white wings. Jackson's world tilted. Nothing made sense anymore, but he knew one thing for sure: he would not back down. He would protect his family, no matter the cost. The creature stepped into the light, revealing not a monster, but an angel. The celestial being unfolded its wings, casting a soft glow across the dimly lit room. Jackson, stricken with awe, stumbled back, his fingers still clutching the knife. The angel, with a voice as deep as the cosmos, began to unravel the truth behind their journey to Mars. "You were sent here to start a new civilization, but not the civilization you thought. Earth has become scarce on its food resources, and you all have been sent here to be bred and harvested like cattle." The revelation hit Jackson like a meteor. "Harvested? Bred?" he echoed, his voice barely a whisper. The image of his wife and children, unknowing pawns in this cosmic game, flashed before his eyes. "How could they?" he muttered, his mind reeling from the horror of it all. Unfazed by Jackson's horror, the angel continued. The only way they could get away with it was to do it outside of the people's eyes. The angel's words, though spoken with a calmness that belied their gravity, sent chills down Jackson's spine. This wasn't a new beginning. It was a dystopian nightmare, a chilling tale of deception and betrayal. And they were the unsuspecting victims, trapped in a cosmic web of lies spun by their own kind. A heavy silence hung in the room, broken only by the distant sound of the other inhabitants, oblivious to the reality of their existence. Jackson felt a lump in his throat. The reality of the situation was hard to digest. They were lambs led to slaughter, their dreams of a new life on Mars shattered. But amidst the despair, a glimmer of hope emerged. The angel, with an air of determination, broke the silence. "We have to go tonight. This is our last chance to get you out of here." His words echoed in the room, a beacon of hope in the midst of an unfolding nightmare. The angel's words hung in the air. "We have one shot to make it out of here with everyone, and we must leave tonight." The fate of their future rested on this one chance. The gravity of the situation was immense, but so was the glimmer of hope. They had to escape not just for them, but for the future of humanity. With the truth revealed, the Jacksons had no choice but to follow the angel and attempt a daring escape. The air was thick with tension as the family packed their belongings. They moved swiftly yet silently, each absorbed in their own thoughts. The reality of their situation hung over them like a dark cloud. Jackson's hands trembled as he gathered the few keepsakes they'd brought from Earth. His wife, strong and determined, comforted their children, encouraging them with whispers of a new home, a new beginning. The angel stood guard, his ethereal presence a beacon of hope amidst the uncertainty. He instructed them on their escape plan, his voice steady and reassuring. "We'll move under the cover of the night," he said. "Follow my lead and stick together. We must not draw attention." As they prepared to step into the unknown, their hearts pounded in their chests, their breaths shallow and panicked. The children clung to their mother, their eyes wide with fear. Jackson gripped his wife's hand, his gaze meeting hers in a silent promise to protect their family, no matter the cost. The moment had arrived. The door creaked open, revealing the desolate Martian landscape under the starlit sky. They stepped out, the cold air biting at their faces. They moved as shadows, their footfalls muffled by the red Martian dust. The dome loomed ominously overhead, a cruel reminder of the deceit they had been subjected to. Yet, they pressed on, their resolve unwavering. Behind them, the familiar sight of their house faded into the distance, swallowed by the darkness. Suddenly, a chilling sound echoed through the night. The dome was cracking further. Jackson's heart pounded in his chest. He locked eyes with the angel, a silent understanding passing between them. They had to move, and they had to move fast. As they slipped out into the Martian night, The Jacksons knew that their journey was far from over. What lay ahead was unknown, but they were determined to survive.